Welcome to the Cybersky. Guess what came in the mail is the Z Cube, the 1x2x2 cube. But before we unbox these beauties, please smash that like button for the algorithm. Helps out the channel. Be sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/let's learn something. So we're going to start off with the Z Cube, the 1x1x2 cube. Let me let you look at the packaging. Pretty simple. All right, it's got some things in different languages on the side, but it says here black, white, transparent, luminous. It's not checked off, so but I can see that it looks like a white one inside. So let's see. Box open. Interesting texture. Let me throw that over there. The Z Cube, and it's got a Z. Now, I don't know if the camera can pick up on this, but the stickers are a very interesting texture. I don't know. Maybe the yellow side you might be able to see. Maybe the green. But it's got an interesting texture. It's not a typical smooth, shiny sticker. It almost looks like it has pixels. It's got some kind of cross threading on the sticker. Anyway, this is a 1x2x2, right? And you can turn it this way. Right? And you can turn it this way. And of course, you can just rotate it. That doesn't really do much. So you would think this would be very easy to solve, but I'm going to mix it up real quick and just see what happens. I'm just doing some turns. Let's see. I don't know. I just solved it by accident. No, I didn't solve it, but I got the white face back again. Oh, it's hard to scramble it. Wow. Look, I start scrambling, and before you know it, no matter what I do, it's either going to be 2 whites and 2 yellows, or if I flip it, it's still going to be, if I go like that, it's solved again. This is interesting. It's a cube that's kind of, you try to shuffle it and it solves itself. Okay. I wanted to see what would happen with this cube, but I'm just randomly doing twists and turns. There's no point in doing a double turn because 1, 2, you're back where you started. So let's do single turn. Yeah. Okay. Here's interesting. I've got the white face solved, the yellow face solved. It's a little bit of a bubble in my sticker. Let me smooth that out. Yeah, I would have preferred stickerless, but I got a very good price for this, so I don't mind. You got the yellow face, but the edges are not solved. So it's not only about solving the yellow and white faces. Let's see if I can solve those edges real quick. So let's see. Seems like I've got the green here and the green and the blue and blue opposite on the same thing. So if I rotate like this, it's not going to much change. So now in order to get one green on this side so that it will match up the other green, I'm going to have to turn the cube this way, and that's going to, of course, mess up my yellow and white face. But now when I flip, boom, I got the greens and I got the blues matching, but of course the red and oranges, but they're not in the same boat. They're actually opposite, because if you notice, red and orange, orange and red. So that means all I have to do is flip it. And when I flip it, I'm going to obviously match up the yellow and white faces. So I flip it. Now I've got orange, blue, red, and green, and I've solved this way. So I have to say this is much, much easier. It's almost a challenge to not solve it. And it's a challenge to try to scramble it in a way that it's the most scrambled of all. And I'd like to do the algorithms and the calculations to find out how many possible combinations of scrambles there are, because we know that there's 43 plus quintillion possible cases on a Rubik's Cube like this. So how many are there on here? Of course, the 2x2 Rubik's Cube has less combinations, and the 4x4 would have more, and the 5x5 would have more, etc. Being that this is a 1x2x2, I wonder, is it going to have very few possible scrambles? Probably less than 100. We'll see. I'm gonna look into the math on that. Of course, we're going to need to use some factorials for that. If we were to break this apart, there will be 4 possible places to put each piece, and there would be multiple different directions that it could be placed back in. I'm not going to break it apart because I don't know how to put it back together, and you might not be supposed to break these apart. It's got some kind of hinge mechanism in there. Let me see if I stretch it a little. Can you see through? A little bit this way, a little bit. All right. Well, anyway, that was cool. It feels good in your hand. It turns very nicely. And this is just fun. If you're a cubing enthusiast and you already can solve the 2x2 or the 3x3 and you're looking for some different combinations and some unusual puzzles, you might want to check out the Z Cube. So leave your comments below how many different possible combinations you think this could have. Remember, each part, let's examine it, would have 1, 2, 3, and then the back of that 4. So each one of these has 4 stickers and they're all corners. Okay. So let me know your thoughts on the math.